questions we get asked on tours, probably more than anything else, is where should I go eat? And the answer is there are no shortage of options to eat anywhere in New York City, and definitely not in Brooklyn. But for anybody who finds themselves in Dumbo, in particular anybody who has taken our Brooklyn Bridge, Brooklyn Heights Dumbo tour, it finishes up right around lunchtime, and usually people are really ready to go find a place to sit down and eat. One of my top recommendations is to go to Time Out Market. There are a few different entrances to this building. The one I usually go in is this main entrance here at 55 Water Street. So let's go ahead and go in. This building was built as a shipping warehouse back in the mid-1800s. This stretch of Brooklyn right along the waterfront was one of the biggest and busiest seaports in the entire world at the time. So you would have had a lot of buildings like this one, and you can get an idea when you're in here of how massive it is. And definitely when you look from the outside, it takes up almost an entire city block. But now you get into Time Out Market. So Time Out Market is a great option, especially in a few different circumstances. If the weather is not great and you don't want to spend a lot of time wandering around outside trying to see, do I want to go to this place or this place? This is all a lot of different options right under one roof. The other people I particularly recommend this for are people traveling with groups. Sometimes it can be hard to find a spot that will accommodate what everybody in your group wants, especially if people are really picky or if they have dietary restrictions. The way this works, everybody can get whatever it is they want here at Time Out Market, and then you can all sit together at these communal tables like you see. And there really is something for everyone here. Any dietary restriction or preference can definitely be accommodated here, so it is worth your time to check this out. So we got our food. I ordered from Brooklyn Wild. I got a Diablo bowl. So Brooklyn Wild is a spot in Time Out Market. It's actually all vegan. They call it vegan for non-vegans. And it looks pretty delicious. I haven't obviously tried it yet. But there's a lot of great spots here in the market. Something to know about Time Out Market is the entire market is card only. Usually not a problem for people traveling, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. This is not going to be the place to use up your cash. But for now, Lori and I are going to dive in. So we finished up lunch, got my Brooklyn Wild to-go bag. Pro tip, if you're going to eat there, you can definitely share something between two people. But now I have dinner for later. The other thing you don't want to miss if you're at Time Out Market is going up to the rooftop. So let's go take a look over here. Come on. So I love this rooftop here at Time Out Market, and I love recommending it to people. First of all, it's just a really beautiful view. It's a great spot. You'll see when we get up there. But the other thing is rooftops have become a really popular thing for people to want to do rooftop bars and restaurants and things like that. But it can sometimes pose a problem for people who are traveling with children. A lot of rooftop bars do not allow minors to come in. And while at some point in the evening, this is restricted to adults only, for during the day, this is open to anybody. So if you are somebody who's traveling with young children, you want a rooftop experience, you're definitely going to want to check this out. So you come on in here. Okay. Come on in. So this is another part of Time Out Market. So you have more spots up here. You have some other food spots. You have plenty of places where you can get drinks. So this is definitely also an area to peruse if you're going to eat in the market as well. You might find something up here that strikes your fancy more than the things downstairs. And of course up here you have the absolutely fantastic view. So we're going to head over here to the window so you can see what the view is like from up here. It's all big.
That's my starting point. I'm saying just make sure it's all
So you can have a great view of the Manhattan Bridge. You can see right down here at the waterfront, you can see Jane's Carousel and the Brooklyn Bridge over here to the left. It is a really beautiful view. Just proves you don't have to be super, super high up to get a great rooftop experience. We're only 5 floors up right now. We have a little bit of a rainy day today, but if you are here on a nicer day, you could check out the terrace that's over here. So you can see out there, you have this whole terrace area. They have tables out here as well, so you could take your food out here, weather permitting, and you get this absolutely majestic view of the Brooklyn Bridge and of Lower Manhattan. You can see One World Trade Center there in the distance. So I would say as far as views go, this one's pretty hard to beat, and it's a nice experience. The good news is, well, if you go to a more traditional rooftop bar, you're going to be restricted to whatever it is they have on their menu, and those drinks might be kind of pricey. Here you have all the options of Time Out Market, so you can get whatever looks best to you, whatever works for you, and then enjoy it here with this beautiful view. So definitely check out the rooftop here. So while there is the part of the outdoor deck that's associated with Time Out Market that actually has their tables, there is another entrance out to the terrace that's not technically a part of Time Out Market, but it's right next to it. So you can get this same beautiful view, minus the food of course, but there are some benches, some places to sit out here. And you have quite a bit of space. This actually goes in a U shape, and so goes over there as well.